So once again, Hoop fans, Lori Shepard coming to you.
We're going to talk a lot about fantasy football rankings. I want to give the biggest shout out to high school sports.
Belly cut the defender, gets the ball, and it falls at the buzzer!
And on that note, we're live.
Woohoo!
Right on cue.
They always
almost.
She catches us right at the best
See this
time.
dumb face that I keep giving you guys on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome into Four Quarters, live on our Facebook page, live on Aired Out. And check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Welcome into this beautiful Wednesday where you can drag a cop down the road and you will have no charges filed against you.
Awesome.
Scotty
Matt.
Scheffler, nothing.
Yep.
All 4 charges against him.
Yep.
They're out the window. What are other headlines today, you guys? Bronny James is staying in the NBA draft. Don't worry. He's the 54th overall prospect in the draft, which
I bet he
means that's
goes
the second round.
before that.
Did you hear that he turned down a bunch of workouts and is
Yes.
only considering the Lakers and the
Lakers and the
Sun,
Suns,
right?
Yep, he had 10
Unbelievable.
interested. Yep.
And you're the 54th prospect.
And the Suns are just doing it because they want to lure LeBron to Phoenix.
I mean everyone.
But why? Like,
Why?
why?
If
It's
he
not
was
like
not-
championships
1
championships
year.
follow him.
Right.
And he didn't have a lot of success. And God bless Bronny. He had the heart issue as well.
Right.
Go back
Yes.
to college, work on your game.
Correct.
So, 54th, you're right. On name alone, he'll go in the first round.
Yep.
Somebody who
Yep.
will trade back into the end of the first round's
Oh, 100%.
my prediction. Scotty Scheffler, like I said, all 4 charges dropped. What would happen, Wheels, if you dragged a cop down the, a couple feet away?
Yeah, I'd be somebody's BITCH in jail. I mean, I'd be someone's mama.
Tyronn Lue just got a big fat contract from the Clippers.
Yep.
Because they've gone so far lately.
Right, because they're doing great
So
with Kawhi and Paul George.
The
And
big extension, paying the coach
Awesome.
$14 million a year. In this day and age, listen to all those 3 things you can do. Not have a good year in college, drag a cop, and not get your team far in the playoffs and get $14 million a year.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
show's done. That's all I got for you guys.
We're in the wrong profession, apparently.
But we're having fun.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
That's true. Very true.
CB will give you the first shout out because
man. I got a couple.
feel like you named the show after the shout out.
I feel like
so
CB's
you can explain
been
it.
waiting for this moment for years.
I've been waiting
Years.
for
At
this
least
moment.
the 2 years
Yeah,
I've known
absolutely.
her.
Yeah.
He's been my most hated umpire ever, forever. If you guys didn't hear, freaking Angel Hernandez has retired, aka MLB finally paid him enough money to retire.
Thank God.
It's shocking. Like, I don't think anything has united MLB fans like their hatred for Angel Hernandez.
Yes.
Especially
And
CB's.
their joy that he's retiring. I mean, I have not seen anyone be this bad at their job for this long since there's no term limits on Senate and representatives in the government.
Can I give you the quote that I read before we went on the air? Give it one
Oh,
more
absolutely.
time. A source with knowledge told Ken Rosenthal of MLB that Hernandez was approached by MLB about moving on from umpiring, and he agreed to do so, but he was not forced out. of MLB.
It's such crap. I mean,
That's what they
He
all
was
say.
asked to move on, but
Yeah.
he wasn't forced out.
so, and
Isn't that
then,
a contradiction?
well, they have to kind of, it's hard with him. He did end up suing the MLB in 2017 for discrimination, saying that because he's not being put on the playoff games, because he's never been promoted to crew chief, like they are discriminating against him. And literally in court, MLB just brings up a video of just him sucking at his job. And they're,
Which is-
and they're
It's
like,
awesome.
Which
Yep.
is
Yep, that
what
makes
the
sense.
deal
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hop on social media, you guys. They are doing, like, in honor of him retiring. They're doing, like, his top plays and his top calls, and it's hysterical.
They're so
Absolutely
bad.
hysterical.
They're so bad.
so bad. His strike zone is literally
Who knows?
You never know.
Who knows?
Catcher's catching it here and framing it here.
Yep.
That's apparently a strike.
Even outside, even like at first or at third, he's still terrible there
Yes,
too.
he is. Yep.
Like, it's not just behind the plate.
I've listened to CB for 2 years. And then when she was all excited yesterday morning, I was not awake yet.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm at work going, I don't know what she's talking about. And then I felt bad.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh my God, she's been waiting at least, I've known her 2 years.
You want to hear the most genius marketing ever? LASIK eye surgery has been going all over every single post about Angel Hernandez retiring and being like, well, we offered him free LASIK.
That's awesome.
And I was like,
That
this
is great
I was like,
marketing.
That is
fabulous.
perfect marketing.
Genius.
Extremely genius. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm happy for you, CB.
Oh,
I
man.
Me too,
really
CB.
honestly
It was great.
am.
I saw that news at like 10 at night, and I was like, yeah, I was celebrating.
It's effective immediately, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
God.
He's gone.
And you've never seen a smile so big on her face.
Oh,
No.
my gosh.
Nope.
Who's your second shout out?
My second shout out is to the MLB.
Okay.
So the MLB officially have
this is a good
added
one.
the stats from the Negro Leagues to the record books. So I really love, I hate a lot of commissioners, but Commissioner Manfred, when this started in 2020, and it took them like 3-4 years to actually go back and get all of the stats together and figure what rules they're going to apply to the stats, right? He said, all of us who love baseball have long known that the Negro Leagues produce many of our game's best players, innovations, and triumphs against the backdrop of injustice. So this does have precedent. And back in 1969, MLB Special Committee, in addition to the AL and NL, also gave official major league identity, whatever, to the American Association from 1882 to 91, Union Association in 1884, Players League in 1890, and Federal League 1914 to 1915. So they all qualified. Those were separate leagues that their stats became a part of MLB's record books. So there is precedence to this.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
So they're going back to 7 leagues, so 7 Negro Leagues. The Negro National League from 1920 to 1931, Eastern Color League from 1923 to 1928, American Negro League in 1929, East-West League in 1932, Negro Southern League in 1932, Negro National League in 1933 to 1948, and Negro American League 1937 to 1948. So black players formed their own leagues on their own beginning in about 1920 with the 8-team Negro National League funded by Andrew Foster. And all told, the Negro Leagues produced 37 eventual members of the National Baseball Hall of Fame. And
Wow.
actually, Robinson's integration in the MLB marked the beginning of the end of the Negro League because
Right.
all of the best players were
Right.
going over to the MLB.
Yep.
And so that's why they stopped it at 1948.
Okay.
So because they had better competition before the
Yes.
transition, right? So they also want to make sure that it's fair. So the biggest kind of changes has to go back to Josh Gibson,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And so some of the things that has been said about him is that he's got the power of Ruth and the hitting ability of Ted Williams. So he is now not only, it's more percentage points. So the single season and all-time career, like batting average, OPS, because they played much fewer games, right? So
Right,
they only played about 60 games per season.
Right.
So they're not going to get like total numbers like, oh, they're not going to be the most,
Right.
home runs, because I think his home runs, even though it's been said that it's in the thousands, they only counted about 136 of Josh Gibson's home runs as official.
Okay.
But he had a 372 career batting average,
Jesus.
and then set the single season record at 466
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God.
in 1943.
Whoa.
Yep, his on base percentage. Barry Bonds still still is in first, but his on base percentage was 564. His slugging percentage now is in the number 1 mark at 863, and this is career. This is career. Oh no, this is single season, and then on base plus
Yeah,
slugging.
Wow.
Yep. And then they also added the pitchers as well. But he was one of the best hitters that was never seen.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right.
Other really good quotes were from where where are these? Satchel Paige said Josh was the
Satchel
greatest hitter I ever
Paige.
pitched to. Roy Campanella described how Gibson pushed him to third base when they played together. He said, everything I could do, Josh could do better. And then Walter Johnson said that he can do everything. He hits the ball a mile. He catches so easy. He might as well be in the rocking chair. Throws like a rifle.
Wow.
So yeah, shout out
That is
to
great
That's
stuff,
awesome.
CB.
shout out to all of the, and stats really do tell a story, right? And a
Love
history.
numbers.
And a history, right?
Yep.
And so 100% these numbers belong in MLB history. So
100%.
I'm so happy that the MLB has done this. I'm really excited for for younger players to hear these stories and see,
Hear the history
see
behind
these
it all.
names, see
Yep.
these names of, leagues that had no resources.
And a great job by Commissioner. The
Yeah.
commission.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We like to bash all the commissioners.
Yep, we
more
really
than
do.
anything,
Yeah.
but we got to give him kudos to bringing this to the forefront.
Yeah.
And all the people that took the time to do all that research
my
over
gosh.
the 4 years. I mean, that
Yeah.
had to have
That's
taken a
fun
lot
research.
of time.
Right?
Yeah, you gotta love
So
to be
fun.
those people.
Going through like all those newspapers
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just record books.
Oh,
Amazing.
us sports geeks love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And boy, did Jackie Robinson we talked about Caitlin Clark knocking down a door.
Yeah.
Boy, he just busted down a door. Oh, that's good stuff, CB.
Yeah, I'm really
Thank
excited.
you for that. That's great stuff.
And
You got your
my adoption shout out. So this week we have Addie from
Not to be
Golden
confused
Hugs.
by my niece.
Yes.
Addie is not up for adoption.
Maybe you should get her. She's
Although
6.
Mama Wheels might want her up for adoption someday.
Valid. She's 6 months old. She is a lab. Phelps, who Addie has him beat. She loves swimming. So if you have a home and you want to, you have the opportunity to go swimming, she would be a great puppy for you. But she still is a puppy, so she still needs a lot of patience. And she's got those little puppy dog eyes.
patience.
And if she's like any other lab, there is 0 personal space. So,
Zero.
but she's really cute. She's in Vermont. Check them
Love
out
it.
if you're interested.
And you're doing such a good job with these. And Wheels even
I
tried to
did.
adopt. You tried to adopt.
Nora from last week's show, yes.
The
so.
door's
So
not
cute.
closed yet.
Not yet, but
The good thing is Nora is she's
yeah,
with a
she's
family right
with
now.
a family.
just
She's training,
seeing
yeah,
how it's going.
doing a trial run with the family. That, of course, obviously, I hope it works out. But
Absolutely.
if not,
If not,
we're waiting
waiting
in
in
the
the
wings.
wings.
Nice.
Paisley's very lonely these days. She's home alone all day. So anytime you look at her on the camera,
I was
she's
gonna
like,
say the pictures out back.
Aw.
she's just mopey.
Oh,
She needs a play partner.
She does.
Oh,
And
yeah,
Jeter's
absolutely.
not cutting it. So
Jeter's like, leave me alone.
yeah.
And I may look into Sassy. That's
Yeah,
still to be
I'm-
determined.
She's
TBD.
so,
to
she's
be
I
so
really
pretty.
think-
She's so pretty.
I really think Bo and
Oh,
Sassy
Bo and
will
Sassy would be
best
pretty.
friends.
And then you said the magic
Cuddle
words
buddies.
will add years
It
to
will add
Bo's
years
life.
to Bosef.
Cuddle buddies.
Oh.
Shout outs?
Yeah. So first, we talked about it last week, but the 7 Daisies voting started on Monday. Again, it's the 7 days. You go to Culture, and we are under Best Local Podcast. The link is on my Facebook page, but we're also going to put it on the Four Quarters Facebook page.
Our campaign manager will take
Yeah. So don't forget, voting goes till June 9th. I was wrong about that. So you got more extended time. So
Through the
tell your
weekend.
friends.
We gotta let work know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell.
True.
We're off. Tell everybody, because like I said last time, I'm pretty sure 7 days is like, what the hell is this Four Quarters with Lori Shepherd? So it's like gonna put it's gonna make people talk about it and be like, I should check in and see what this is all about. So again, thank you for getting us nominated.
Yes, thank you
and
so much.
Voting is now open till June 9th with that. My other shout out, I haven't given any like Addie updates. Addie, the human Addie. Otter Valley has had a big last couple weeks. Addison has had huge weeks, actually. So a couple times She's been in the paper.
I have them sitting at 8 or 9, but they must be moving up.
They
in
are 6
standings.
as of today.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yep, I think we
Solid.
talked about that, didn't we?
So they played Bellows Falls last week, which was the game where they lost
Revenge.
by 1. When they played at Bellows Falls, the paper says it best. Addison Humiston continues her standout freshman campaign, going 3 for 4 at the plate. Otter Valley won that game. I went to that game. It was probably the best all-around game that team has played all year, as far as everybody stepping up, playing great defense, making the outs that are outs. And then yesterday they traveled to Woodstock. Woodstock is rebuilding. Their rebuilding program. Otter Valley won 21-0 in 5 innings. Again, it says Addison Humiston homered for the Otters, part of a 3-hit day for the standout freshman.
How many homers she got?
She has 2
Nice.
2 homers.
Nice.
That's 2 more than I had
Yep.
in
I'm
high
Just
school.
gonna say the same thing. I'm
So
like, wow,
there's
beats
that.
More to come.
And currently they are playing Hartford right now. That's the game that you went to. Hartford
was a
is
good game.
Yeah, Hartford is ranked 2nd in Division 2. Otter Valley is currently 6. Mama Wheels has updated me with the score. It's 7-4 Hartford currently.
Okay.
And then Otter Valley closes out their season tomorrow against Division 4 powerhouse West Rutland. So should be a good game. And then it's playoff time.
Very
Oh
much.
my
So if Otter Valley wins either today or tomorrow, I think they're going to be guaranteed a home game.
Oh, that's amazing.
I
That's
think.
great.
But I could be wrong on how things go. But just, I've been such a proud aunt the last couple weeks. Just
Aw.
seeing her name in the paper. And, normally when I ask Addie how the game is, she's like, good. How'd you do? Fine. Did you have any hits? Yeah. And I'm like, do you know what you... No, I don't know. And I'm like...
She's humble.
Solid.
Humble.
So last night, she
Typical
actually...
15-year-old.
Before I even had to ask, she sent me the snippet of
Nice.
how she did.
Nice.
Nice.
So I was like, see, you don't even... You just send me a
See?
screenshot. So that's my shout out for that. And then... obviously, I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out Caitlin Clark for having a career high 30 points last night.
Yep.
She did have a big night, didn't she?
Still struggling shooting the 3. I think it's that oddly colored ball they use, which drives me insane. So I'm blaming it on that. Because, why is it a different color? Why does it have to be multicolored?
I thought my Scotty
I don't
Scheffler
know.
was good, but you beat me. You just beat
Why?
me.
Who
Why?
thought that was a
I
good
don't
idea?
Yeah,
Why
who
is it? Why?
thinks that?
Why?
I understand you want to differentiate between the NBA, but seriously, the ball is just very dizzying. I don't like it. So I'm blaming that on
Basketball.
why
Doesn't-
Caitlin Clark's struggling from the 3.
5 rebounds, 6 assists,
Yeah.
3
Three
steals,
blocks.
and 3 blocks.
She played some defense last night.
For 16
Yeah,
from
that's
the
what I was
field.
most impressed with
Yes.
last night. Is she actually played defense and
Yep.
she looked good.
Yes. I think she's
Well said.
like, I
She
gotta
had a
do
great
this.
overall,
I
like
gotta do
all-around
more.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And she
So-
will. Her defensive. I said it's going to get better
Yeah.
week by week.
Yep.
Yep.
And
It will.
It will.
It will.
And that was a tough loss, but they've split now with
They
the LA
could not
Sparks.
drop a shot.
No.
They could
Can we
not drop a shot.
piggyback that with a Kate Martin shout
Yes,
out
I-
from
Yes.
was
last
hoping.
Saturday night, where Kate Martin actually took on Caitlin Clark and the Fever and came away with a victory. But Kate Martin,
I tell you,
12
Kate
points
Money Martin, man.
and
Yo.
7 rebounds.
Yep.
Oh,
It just goes to show you, it's not
Love
how high you draft, it's where you're drafted.
Correct.
Right?
She fits in
Yes,
perfectly
she does.
there. I think.
She does.
You can tell her teammates love her.
Yep.
It was. I was watching it with you, and it was so weird to see them
So weird.
not on the same team,
Yep.
guarding each other. Lisa Bluter was there.
Yep.
I was like, "This is
is
just."
perfect.
she
I'm
was
like,
so stoic the
she
whole
was.
time.
Yeah.
It's
I'm like, "Where's
who
Gabby
do
Marshall?
I cheer
Like, we need
for?
some Gabby Marshall. We need." I'm like, but it was so cool just to see them, like
Yep.
teammates, best friends, like.
We acted
Living
like
the
a
dream.
couple of
We did.
10-year-olds
Yeah.
when Kate Martin checked into the game for the first time. Caitlin Clark had come out of the game.
Yep.
And so there's Kate Martin checking in the scores table, and we're
Yeah.
like, Caitlin Clark's going to check in too. And sure enough, they
Yep.
check in at
Oh
the
my
same
God, we were-
time, and they're so professional. I'm like, I would be laughing.
I'd be
Yeah.
giddy.
Oh, yeah.
I would be giddy.
So giddy.
There's a picture of Caitlin when Martin's bringing the ball up, and she's just got the biggest smile on her face, just ready.
So proud, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is so proud of her.
So
Yeah,
proud.
you can tell.
Yeah, and Kate Martin, just a great job. How she lasted till the second round.
Yeah.
Bummer for the Aces, Deja Fair.
Fair.
They did
Yeah, what's-
release her. So it's going to be interesting. I really hope somebody picks her up.
Yep.
I really do. I think that Kate Martin has very much proven herself
Oh,
as a
100%,
second
yeah.
round
And she's
pick.
6 foot tall.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, there's no depth on that Aces team, especially with Chelsea Gray out.
Right.
Right.
80%
Well, I
of
think
their
she's coming
scoring
back
is
soon.
coming from Gray, Wilson, Plum, and Jackie Young. And
Jackie
there's no
Young.
depth on that team.
Yeah.
So I think Kate Martin's going to get a ton of playing
Oh,
time.
agreed.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
My birthday's coming up. I would like a Kate Martin shirt.
Noted.
Yo, Camila Cardoso is coming
Oh.
back
I was
Nice.
When is she coming back?
June 1st.
All right,
Against
right
the
around the
fever.
corner.
Against the fever. Yo, I gotta get a Cardoso
You
shirt.
gotta get a Cardoso. I'm gonna give a big shout out to our dear friend Dom Bryant.
Yes.
6 seasons at UVM, spent half of them as the associate head coach, all but one as the team's recruiting coordinator. She was on the staff when the Catamounts captured the 2023 America East title, the program's first bid to the NCAA tournament since 2010. After taking the last year off from coaching, Bryant couldn't pass up the chance to return to the sport she loves as CVU's head basketball coach.
Congratulations.
Oh, I cannot wait. She is a wonderful person. Yes, she'll tell you she has big shoes to fill, but she is the right person to fill her own shoes and build her own little dynasty there. I won't even say dynasty, just build her own little program and get back to her passion. She is a phenomenal coach and she belongs on the sidelines. So congratulations, Coach Bryant, and congratulations to the CVU Redhawks. They got a good one there. As Wheels was talking about, and I'll try to make this quick. I do have a quick side, you guys. 1 week left of spring
1 week.
sports.
It's
So
nuts.
That's wild.
Wheels talking about Division II softball, where Otter Valley is in 6. I'll just throw out Enosburg is sitting at the 1 seed right now at 13-1. Hartford and Linden Institute round out the top 3. Linden Institute,
They're good at everything.
but in softball, they're always in the top 3.
Always.
I would have to go back 15
Always.
years, and I mean that. 15 years.
But like the team
15
no one
years.
talks about is Enosburg.
Exactly.
Like nobody talks about Enosburg.
Exactly.
But nobody talked about their basketball team.
And their basketball program's outstanding.
is outstanding.
Yep.
Their softball team, they have what? Are they 1 loss? I think.
Yeah, 1 loss.
1 loss. So look out for them.
So as things round up, I'll give some quick scores from yesterday. In baseball, Montpelier High School and Keegan Smith with a 7-1 victory over Linden. That puts Montpelier at 12-2 and right now clinging to the number 1 seed. And Keegan Smith, you deserve a big, huge shout out. 1 hit pitching for the Montpelier Solons
Wow.
on the mound. 104 pitches, a complete game. 68 of those pitches were strikes, 15 strikeouts to 4 walks.
Wow. Well done.
And the Montpelier Solons have not been on the top, ranked number 1 in quite a while. Right behind them is Linden Institute. Here we go with LI again.
There you go.
And Missisquoi Valley along with Hartford. So they are seeking the 1 seed in Division II. They return to the Diamond tomorrow, where they will face off against their rivals, the U32 Raiders. Tomorrow at 4:30 is the first pitch. Flip side, the U32 Raiders yesterday coming away with a 20-7 win over Lamoille. The Raiders are sitting at 9-6 on the season in that 6th spot. Big game tomorrow with their
Huge game for
crosstown
them.
arrival. 14 hits put out by the Raiders, and Caden, Salvador with his first varsity win.
Very nice.
Give a
Congratulations.
Big shout out to Caden there. Owen Dyer, 2 for 3 with 3 ribbies as well for the Raiders. Softball, big win for the Crimson Tide. I had them at the, again, Division II.
Division 2.
Wouldn't that be a fun first round
I would
matchup?
love that. I was thinking about that today.
The Otter Valley Otters and the Spalding Crimson Tide, a 7-6 victory over Thetford, puts the Tide to 5-8 on the season. Rory Ann Glassford, the sophomore, 2 for 4 on the day, but nothing bigger than a walk-off 2-run double
nothing.
in the bottom of the 7th
Man,
inning.
that is the best feeling.
Camille Marino with another strong effort on the mound for the Crimson Tide. I think they got Hartford and end their season with Linden Institute. So let's see where things shake out in the D2 standings.
It could be.
Girls lacrosse, the defending Division II state champs, U32 Raiders, improved to 12-2 on the season with a 14-4 win over Hartford. They are on a 10-game winning streak. Willa Long, who can drain a three-pointer, I have to throw that out there, had 5 goals.
Oh wow.
For
Just
the
another
Raiders.
day.
Wow.
Yes, they will. They're back on the field tomorrow at 7 p.m. under the lights
Oh, nice.
at Spalding High School.
Oh.
Nice.
And right now in girls lacrosse, 12-2, but they're the 3 seed right now.
Wow.
Hartford undefeated at 14-0, and Virgins at 12-2.
What's going on with Hartford? They're good at everything.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. I was in my head. I'm like, Wheels is going to say, "What's the deal with
I'm
Hartford?"
like, what's
Yes.
baseball, softball, lacrosse? Like, what are you feeding them?
And they are a powerhouse in lacrosse, them and U32. But the fun thing is, we talk about U32 at 12-2. They're playing Spalding. Spalding is sitting right there as the 4th seed. The Spalding
Wow.
Crimson
Good
Tide.
game. Good game.
Yes,
It's gonna be a
at
great game.
7-5. Boys ultimate huge win for Montpelier High School. Can you tell I'm an alumni? Huge win for the Solons. Knocked off Burlington 15-6.
Nice.
Burlington was on a 6-game winning streak. Burlington is now 9-1 on the season.
Wow.
5th straight victory for the Solons. They are 7-3 on this season. And wrapping up high school sports from yesterday in tennis. The Montpelier High School girls tennis team and North Country split. It wasn't just a one-rounder affair. They split 4-3 Montpelier in the first round and 4-3 in North Country in the second round. Strong matches by Allegra Mueller and Natalie Quinn for the Solons. And in both matches, Mallory Supon and Alexandra Cook. And I will continue to say, I wish I had put more time into tennis.
Agreed.
It is
Yeah.
a tough sport. Rafael Nadal, though,
Yeah.
about the end of the
Yeah,
career,
I
huh?
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just popped right into my head.
Yeah.
Popped right into my head. So that's it for shout-outs. Some really good shout-outs, and good luck to all the spring sports as you enter your second season. And just spring sports goes by way too fast.
It really does.
Oh, yeah.
I
It's
feel
just
like
way too fast.
I feel like this year they've been very lucky with the weather.
Yes.
Very true.
Yes.
Because
Very true.
usually, you're playing these sports and it's snowing and, you're
Yep.
at softball and you're all bundled
Freezing.
up and it's
Yep.
40 and you don't want to
Freezing.
swing the bat because it's going to stick. Like, I feel like this year, knock on wood, they've gotten
Yeah.
pretty lucky as
Yep.
far as how the weather was. Who knows? It could snow tomorrow.
Yeah.
So good luck to all these schools. We will continue to hammer out spring sports, and then another year in the books for
Yep.
Wild.
another school session almost coming to an
I can't believe
end.
it's almost summer.
That's wild.
Like,
It's
right?
June.
June.
It's
It's
June.
going to be June.
It's gonna be
Right?
June. Raylene's in the house.
Yeah. Hey, Raylene.
She says,
Ding,
"Good
ding.
evening, ladies. So please remind us all when to start voting for you. You can vote now.
Yes.
I posted the link also in the chat,
Oh,
Excellent.
excellent. Thanks, CB.
so she's gonna
Nicely
shout it
done.
from the rooftops.
Thanks, Raylene. I love
She's the
you.
best.
Right?
You just shouted out, my friend. You are awesome. You are awesome. We'll stick to WNBA theme here as we approach halftime. Angel Reese with her first double-double.
Yep.
I can't believe we're giving her a shout out
professional
right now.
Yeah.
career.
Is this really happening?
She's staying pretty
11
level-headed. She got
points
like
11
choke
points
slammed.
and 12 rebounds. I'm trying to be serious here, CB, because I knew this was
Yeah.
going to happen.
She got like choke slammed by
She did.
by Alyssa
choke
Thomas.
slam.
Yep.
Alyssa Thomas, who
who you had said never does anything.
She's
But like,
Yes.
right before, so what people
And she
didn't
is.
see, if they only saw the highlight, they only see Angel Reese getting chokeslammed to the ground. But like during that play, Angel Reese went like elbow into Alyssa Thomas's like neck.
Okay. So there's always more to
There's
it.
more to
Always.
it.
Always more to
You
it.
have to.
With Angel
also,
Reese, there's always
Yep.
more to it.
And Alyssa Thomas is just so even keeled. I just, this
Yeah.
is me watching the highlight. Well, we all kind of, we all can lose our shit sometimes.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to
And Alyssa Thomas
playing
is-
our sports. But she's a
She's a
beast.
beast.
She is a beast.
Napisha Collier. Does anyone want to talk about her? Probably one of the best players in the WNBA that nobody is
talks
talking
about.
about. Nobody is
No
talking
one.
about her averaging 23 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, leading the 4-1 Lynx that
Yeah. No one
nobody's
talks
talking
about. No one talks about.
Ding ding. Nobody's talking about the Lynx.
Yep.
And they so far are having quite a season. But the Connecticut Sun sit at
5-0.
5-0. 5-0. And the Lynx 4-1 right behind them, and the Aces, the New York Liberty, back-to-back losses.
Yeah, bad
They did not
ones.
look great.
No.
They did not look
No.
great.
To Chicago, the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese, and the Minnesota Lynx as
Yeah.
well. But they got beat up.
They did.
They
for
did.
a couple of games.
They did. They didn't
And
look great.
on the week, they almost have more turnovers if you compile their games in the last week
Yeah.
than assists. 58 assists,
Oof.
50 turnovers.
Oh,
That's
wow.
real bad.
That is, yeah.
50 turnovers.
You're not going to win games with that ratio. No
Nope.
way. No
Come
way.
on. Sabrina Ionescu did not commit any of those turnovers.
No.
Just going to tell you that
And
right
that's
now.
also shout out to Ionescu, who Vanessa Bryant just posted a video of her playing basketball with Kobe's littlest.
Yes, so cute.
She's so tall.
She is very
How
tall.
old is this kid?
I don't know.
She's
yeah.
so tall.
so tall.
That is a riot.
It's really cute.
That is a riot. NBA.
How you feeling, Wheels?
I mean,
Boy, what a difference a week flipping makes.
yeah.
They looked exhausted.
Can I just tell you this? So, can the Pacers just show up for the last 2 minutes of a game?
Right?
Nope.
This could have
The
been
answer is
a
no.
2-2
series
right now.
It could have been
Yeah.
a series if they
No.
just showed up for the last
Maybe
2 minutes.
less,
Yeah.
but we'll be generous. 2 minutes.
Like, yes,
What happens in those last 2 minutes?
I don't know.
I don't know.
The Celtics are a better team. I get it.
Yeah.
Totally
Yes.
agree.
Yes.
Totally agree.
But,
But,
they were
like,
close games.
Indiana was in every game.
Yeah.
Every game.
Every game.
Yeah, the first game was in overtime. The second game was the only blowout.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Game 3, 114 to 111.
Mm-hmm.
Game 4, 105 to 102. Again, they led
Yep.
with
Correct.
a couple minutes to go.
Yep.
And that's without Halliburton playing.
Right. They just didn't have that
Oh,
That
break my
one-
heart.
That X factor. Yeah.
the X factor in
Yep.
those final 2 minutes.
Yep.
yeah.
Like Minnesota had last night.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just
Yep,
happy they didn't
kudos
get
to them.
swept.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
all. I still am not counting them out until they're out. Like, I've seen it
Do they
happen.
play
100%.
tonight or tomorrow?
I think they play tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yep.
It's back in
'Cause they played
Minnesota.
They played last night. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, if they win this game, it's interesting.
Yeah.
It
You
is.
know,
Yeah.
it will be
One
make it
game at a time.
interesting.
Nothing's over.
One game at a time for
But yeah.
sure. Ant-Man was big.
He was big.
29,
Yep.
well, he always
Yep.
is.
Yeah.
29, 10, and 9.
Yep.
If he doesn't have a game, they're losing.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Luca is just really good.
He is,
I'm
but
not
man,
a
he's a
big
baby.
I can't stand him.
What have I been crying about?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to sound like a baby, but I've been
Oh.
crying about him being a baby.
Yeah.
He's a baby.
Yep.
Such
Oh
a
my
baby.
God.
Ugh,
Every
so annoying.
call, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? 28, 15, and 10, though.
Yeah.
Nice triple-double.
He's. I mean, say what you want about him. I mean, he's good.
he's good.
He's very, very good.
Yeah.
But
And-
he is a baby. He is the Tom Brady of the NBA. You can't touch him. You can't look at him. It's always a foul.
I can't argue with you.
No, it's yeah.
Right?
Kyrie's not crying. Luca is.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
said it. Kyrie's
Yep.
not crying. Luca is crying, though. So, well, we'll see. You know, but Dallas Mavericks, the 5th seed, but they're playing their best
They're
ball
playing
now,
awesome.
by far. I just didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
And I have
No.
said right from the get-go, I just think it's Boston's year.
Yeah.
And I was
You have, yes. said that.
just, didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
And I ecstatic to see Jaylen Brown get the MVP
Yes.
of the Eastern Conference. Very well deserved. And it's a team. The Celtics
Yeah.
got a very balanced team.
They do, yeah, for
They
sure.
really do. So it's it's hard to cheer against them. I'm not cheering against them. It's probably the only Boston team I don't cheer against.
I know,
I'm like, if
that's
they win
shocking.
It, great.
I mean,
Shocking.
I do because it's Boston, but out of all the Boston teams,
They're
I
right.
dislike them the
least.
least.
Yeah.
That's
Is that better?
it.
Same.
That's
Yeah.
Same. Valid.
So,
My last bit of NBA news is, I guess it's a done deal, but it hasn't been done yet. If that makes any sense to you guys. JJ Redick
yeah.
to become the Los Angeles Lakers
oh, yep.
head coach. Big in the media world. Obviously, he'll be calling the finals. 15-year playing career. The Lakers are looking for the neck Eric Spoelstress, and they think it is indeed J.J. Redick. The consultant leading this search for the next Lakers coach, Coach K.
Huh.
Wow.
That's funny.
I mean, there's a little connection between
Just a
JJ.
little.
Yeah.
Man, he was good at Duke.
He's
was
also
a killer at
hosted
Duke.
a podcast recently, JJ has, with LeBron James. So I guess, the writing is engraved into the wall. That will be interesting. I know that LeBron James always has a final say. So good luck to him. JJ Redick, the next Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah.
And that wraps up our NBA and the W talk. MLB, we got to
Yo.
give an MLB.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to jinx them. I don't want to jinx
All right,
them.
then I won't. How about this? So in the American League West,
Yeah.
where the Astros and Rangers are the last two World Series champs,
Yep.
correct? AL West,
Yep.
both those teams are below 500.
Under. Yep.
And we're like a third of the way, almost. We're approaching a third of the way through this season. The Mariners are just 3 games above 500, but sit in first place. Did you think at this point we would be saying that both of those teams
Nope.
are below 500?
Nope.
I would say not both. No,
No.
not at all. I'm not surprised Seattle's in first place.
Right.
I
No,
did
Right.
pick
not
them
at all.
to.
Right.
I
Yep.
picked them to
Yep.
either go to the wild card or win the division. I can't remember. But
Yep.
I know that CB and I are extremely excited that the Astros
Oh,
are
yeah.
below 500.
I think the last 6 games they've only scored in 1 inning of each of those 6 games or something like that.
Really?
I
Yep.
love it.
Yeah.
Wow. And I'll say this, with the Rangers, there's these 2 guys, Jacob deGrom and Max Scherzer. I know that their
Yeah.
careers are basically over with,
Yeah.
but maybe they do return in the second half for the Rangers.
You never know.
Crickets.
That's why I said it. You need a cricket. We need a
Never
little-
Yep.
know.
Acuna out with
Yeah.
an
Oh,
ACL.
sad.
my
So
heart
sad.
broke.
Strider out for the Braves.
Oh my gosh, those
That's
are
huge.
Huge.
My heart breaks for just fans,
Yeah.
because
And
those are both amazing
Exactly,
players.
exactly. And as you were, you were very high in Seattle. I'm very high in the Phillies, and I think the Phillies are going to run away with
Oh,
it.
now
Phillies.
yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
They already have a 5-game lead over the Braves. Phillies 38-18,
Yeah,
and I think I'm going to even put it out there right now. I say the Phillies win the World Series.
yeah, I wouldn't be shocked.
I don't know why I'm
mean,
saying that, but I
that's-
feel that strongly.
They had to their May stats are just insane.
And
Right.
the Dodgers are 35-22, but guess what? They had a 5-game losing streak last week. How do you fix that? You play the Mets. But they had a 5-game losing streak. So I'm saying the Phillies are 38-18. Yankees 37-19. The Guardians 37-18.
Yes,
The team.
very cool.
I haven't talked about them at all.
Nope.
This
Nope.
year.
Not at all.
But you look at the Yankees, and then you look at the Orioles, 34-19. God, that's going to be fun watching
It's gonna be
those
great.
two
It's
teams.
gonna be great.
So fun.
And-
But the AL Central, where the Guardians reside, there's also another team that is sitting at 34-22 and just 3.5 games back, called the Kansas City Royals.
I love it.
It's great. I love
With
it.
Love it.
Bobby Witt. We're big
Love
fans.
Bobby
Yep.
Witt.
Come on, you guys. This is fun stuff.
It
As
is.
we approach a third of the way through the MLB
Maybe it's
season.
like the NBA. It's the turning of the guard.
I would
changing of
love
the guard.
that. I would
New
love
era.
that.
Maybe it's a
I
new
would
era
love
in
that.
baseball, too.
Royals and Orioles just
Like,
being
right?
great.
No more Dodgers. No more
Yeah.
Braves. No more.
I'm all for
like,
it. All for it.
I just love it.
And
Love
the
it.
Milwaukee Brewers are leading the Central.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all in on the Cubs.
Yep.
We like the Reds a lot. That
fan.
could be a fun one. The Cardinals have won 12 out of their last 14 because you can never count them out.
Right.
But I almost had because before that 12 out of 14, they're on a 7-game losing streak, tied with the Mets, who I think were on an 8-game losing streak. But fun stuff, you guys.
Yeah,
This is
so fun.
stuff.
I
I'm super
it.
psyched. Yep.
Astros, Rangers down below
Love it.
500.
Yep.
And we're talking about the Kansas City Royals and, of course, the Baltimore Orioles and the Cleveland Guardians,
Yeah.
Yep.
who always just seem to get it done in
Yep.
that Central.
And you got to talk about De La Cruz, Ellie De La
Yes.
Cruz.
do.
Oh my
That
goodness.
guy,
Class too.
he is a class act.
Yep.
He is so fun to watch.
Yep.
He steals second. He's probably going to try and steal third next
Yep.
pitch. I mean,
He looks like he's just having a blast.
oh,
out there.
he
Right.
loves it.
And I love that. It's so fun to watch.
Yes, and he has more stolen bases this year than I think. I don't remember the exact number, but him alone, he has more stolen bases than 7 to 10 teams combined.
Wow.
Wow. Electric.
Already
I love stolen
before the
bases.
All-Star break.
I
So
love small ball.
He's just so fun to watch, and it's those young players
Yep.
that are just so fun
Yep.
to watch because
Shout out to Anthony Volpe.
yes,
There you
exactly.
go. There
and
you go.
even Soto, man. I mean, Soto's
Yep.
having the time of his life in New
He's-
York right
he's
now.
having a blast. Yo, give
Yeah.
him
Like he just looks like he's having so much fun compared to last year.
Oh, yeah.
in San Diego when
Yep.
he just seemed
Aaron Judge is
miserable.
finally hitting.
yes.
Aaron
He
Judge
is.
and Juan Soto
Yep.
hitting.
I knew we'd get
Yep.
I knew we'd get CB to talk about the
Yep.
Yankees eventually.
We have to.
They,
I mean,
I'm getting too excited. They're gonna break my heart.
I'm still not like jumping for joy and wearing
DJ's
all the gear and all that
DJ's
stuff.
back.
But
DJ's
I've been
back.
toting
Cole's
my
throwing.
Yankees apparel. I have been. Next, I think I'll wear
I mean,
my
I did
Yankees
lose my
shirt next week.
Yankees hat, so
Yeah.
I'm like,
Cole is throwing.
yep.
So
Yep.
he'll be back soonish.
So you just got to be ecstatic, though, where the Yankees are without Cole.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
I could do with or without DJ, honestly.
Well, he's batting ninth too. I think.
Yeah,
For the
because-
first time ever
But
in
like,
his career.
he hasn't been DJ in the last like 3
no,
years.
he has not.
Right. And
He's
that's
been
very
meh.
true.
He's been meh.
So as we're talking about baseball, let's talk about softball because we
Yes.
are now down to the College World Series.
OKC baby. Not the
Fun
team.
to watch. Fun to watch. It was
Yeah.
a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoyed that deciding game between Stanford and LSU. I know Stanford blew it open, but that was just a fun game to watch. We got Texas. I was going to wear my Texas hat in.
I
but
was
that-
too, but we have a
No
podcast jinx.
No podcast jinx.
Exactly.
And so I didn't wear it.
The Sooners, Oklahoma, who is
We need to buy all the Oklahoma's
and
apparel we can
keep
get.
talking about them.
And just talk about how
Yep.
great they are.
Yep.
Back-to-back champs or three-peats?
Three Pete's.
They've won 3 times.
Oh,
last 3
gosh.
times. Okay.
They're so annoying.
Oklahoma State, Duke. See, there is more than basketball at Duke. There's football
Yep.
and softball. Stanford, Alabama, Florida, and UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sorry, Jen Esteville. I went Alabama.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Wales, who's your pick?
Oh my gosh. So I know we have a podcast jinx, but and
So pick Oklahoma.
and everybody knows I'm all about the Hook'em Horns. Like I want them to win so badly, but out of all those teams that made it, they struggled the most in super regionals.
They did, yeah.
I mean, they were the number 1 overall seed. They went 3 games to the 16th seed Texas A&M,
A&M.
and the last 2 games went extra innings.
Wow.
Great
Like,
softball, though.
Oh my god,
great
amazing softball. Like kudos to Texas A&M, man. Like we watched
Yep.
game 2 down by 3, 2 outs, 2 men on, a freshman pinch hitter comes up. She hasn't played at all yet.
And
Big-
all her hits on this season were singles.
all of them. Has
Oh
not
my
had an
God.
extra base hit all season. Launches one. 3-run
I mean,
homer
we were
ties the game.
chatting like we thought
Yo.
it was done.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Ice through the veins.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
it was a no-brainer too. As
Uh-huh.
soon as she hit it, we were all like, "You've
we
got
thought it
to
was
be
done.
kidding."
I mean, I did. I can only speak for me. I thought it was done. We were just chit-chatting, and then our chins literally
Yeah.
fell.
Yeah.
We scraped them off the floor, and
I was like, this
God,
cannot
Texas.
be happening because I feel like this is Texas's year. until the Super
too.
Regionals, and now
Me
I'm
too.
like,
Uh-oh.
oh God, I don't know.
Give me your favorite to win it and a dark horse that could also. I mean, anybody. We're talking the best or the 8 that deserve to be there.
So I'm gonna go with. I think you have to stay with Oklahoma as the favorite until someone
agree.
beats them. You have to.
Yeah.
I agree.
They
I agree.
they come up with they find a way to win all the time. It's just so annoying. I
Yep.
just really dislike them. But I say they're the favorite, and then you can't call Texas a dark horse, so I'm not going to go with them. I'm going to go with either LSU or Duke.
Okay. Stanford, you mean?
Stanford, yeah. Sorry.
I'm going to go with Oklahoma State, but is that fair of me to call them a dark horse? I mean, we're talking about a team that has never. When did they win it? When have they won an
they
NCAA
haven't.
championship?
Yeah.
I like your Stanford Duke
I think
because
Stanford,
Kennedy
yeah.
on the mound gives Stanford a chance.
She
all
was
the
just
time.
named National Player of the Year as
So
well.
she did get
Yes.
it.
Yep.
Okay. Thank
Yep.
you. That's
Jen-
a great shout
Jen
out.
says roll tide. That only
Ugh.
applies to softball, though.
Okay.
Yes,
Still boo.
Yes, Jen,
She did,
yes.
yeah.
And I can't count out my UCLA Bruins, but just not feeling it with them.
No.
Just not feeling it. We should be saying Alabama, but I just can't do it, Jen. So Jen
Yeah.
picked Alabama as her dark horse.
I
There
mean,
you go.
Alabama played great.
They
They
played
played amazing. Florida played great.
Because
I mean,
Bama was up against Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee wins game 1.
right.
And then they have the second game that went 14 innings.
Holy crap.
14 innings.
2 games,
14
people.
innings,
That's
2 games.
2 games.
14 innings. And as soon as Tennessee lost that one, I'm like,
Yeah.
And we were very high on Tennessee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If Tennessee was in, they would be my favorites. I know just something about this Tennessee team. And I like Oklahoma State. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is, but
I didn't get to watch any of their games, but the Super Regionals were great. All of them were competitive, even,
Yes.
I mean, besides Oklahoma. But, like, they were all competitive.
besides who? Oh, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I try not to say that.
Did the Oklahoma, the Broadway show?
Right.
Did that just song? No? Just
No,
me? Okay.
didn't do it.
That song just,
it did for you.
yeah,
though.
that song just went through my head.
Way
No.
to give a good spin.
Yeah,
in
there you
I
go.
like it. I like it.
But yeah,
All right.
a part of me, like, I don't cheer for Duke for anything. Everybody knows this. But Duke softball, just for Anna Gold, she's the third baseman there. She went to Ballston Spa High School in New York, where I lived before I moved here back to Vermont, and I coached at Ballston Spa. So I've known her since she was like yay big. So super excited for her.
Yeah.
Just
Aw.
Oh,
you
I
know.
would be stoked if a Duke or Stanford.
Oh my
won.
God. Yeah,
It would be
stoked.
Fabulous.
Also, Jen has my back. She was singing it.
that does not surprise me.
Raylene voted, you the best, Raylene. And Kayla
You the
says, best camping weekend, softball tournament, and super regionals.
yeah.
It was a good
Seriously.
weekend. Yeah, for sure. And the World Series, starts tomorrow night, I think.
I was going to say tomorrow night, right?
Yep.
It's exciting time.
It
I mean,
is.
I watched so many games last weekend. I would have a hard time
I couldn't
breaking
keep
them
up.
down because they were just melting together. But yeah, the best time of year.
Yeah, and they were so
Best
so
time of
competitive
year.
too, which
So
was awesome.
competitive.
So
So
many
fun
went
to watch.
3 games, which was awesome. I don't know why I thought they'd have to play twice in a day. Maybe that's the World Series. I don't know, or unless they
It
changed
is the World Series.
Okay.
It is the World
I'm
Series.
like, I'm
the more you were
pretty
chatting
sure.
about that, I'm like, yep, it is the World
Okay.
Series. Yep, because when you get into that elimination bracket and you win, you're going to
right
play again.
right. And I don't know if. I think you know this, but I don't know if you know this, that UCLA's top player is Maya Brady, who is Tom Brady's niece.
Oh, yep.
So
She wears number 7.
she is
One of my favorite numbers.
very, very athletic. It definitely,
Very.
it's like,
He says she's the best athlete in the family.
yeah, yes, yep.
Yeah, because, Did you ever see him scramble out of a pocket? I never
It's
saw
scary.
It. Never saw it.
Jen says UCLA versus Alabama tomorrow at noon.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
Middle of the
Well, I guess
middle of
I
workday.
won't be working much tomorrow afternoon.
Middle of the workday.
All right, on to the NFL portion of 4 quarters because there's never, ever an off season.
Never.
Nope.
It's always in season for the NFL. Did I give a shout out to Jared Goff last week?
You did, yes.
Did
about
I?
him signing the contract.
Signing the
Yes.
contract and how
Yep.
the Lions have taken care
Of him.
of their players.
Yep.
Come on, Amon
Yep.
Ra. They've really taken care of their players. Penny Sewell,
As they
the great
should.
offensive
Yes.
tackle. I thought this was interesting, and I know I've read it before, but Joe Burrow, is the highest paid at $55 million a year. Goff is number 2. I don't know if I knew that.
Oh, I did not know
Ooh.
that.
53.
Would not have thought that.
No.
Third, Justin Herbert,
Huh.
52.5.
Wow.
Fourth, Lamar Jackson.
Makes more sense.
Yep.
Fifth, Jalen Hurts, $52 million and $51 million. And 6, Patrick Mahomes. It's just $46 million. You know.
Yeah. God.
But Goff, 53.
Yeah.
I'm
Joe
like,
Burrow looking like Anakin Skywalker out there.
right?
Yeah, with his new
From Star
locks,
Wars,
his
yeah.
longer locks.
From Star Wars, yeah.
That was great. Nico Collins.
Yes.
Huge shout out to
Yep.
Nico Collins.
Got paid today.
Let's
Holy
go.
God. 3 years, $72 million.
Damn.
Yeah, Nico.
52 guaranteed.
Get it.
Oh my God.
Yep.
That is $24 million annually, and he joins a very select group of wide receivers. Only 6 others in the NFL at the receiver position. $24 million annually. AJ Brown,
Okay.
That's
Yep.
what I was going to say.
Yep.
Amon-Ra St. Brown,
Yep.
Tyreek Hill,
Yep.
Devontae Adams,
Okay.
Cooper Kupp,
Yep.
Devontae Smith. So the Eagles locked
Oh,
up
wow.
Yeah.
both, and DK Metcalf.
Okay.
Not in there. Jamar Chase,
Right.
who
Justin
did
Jefferson.
not, Justin Jefferson, who have not reported to camp yet,
Nope.
but they don't have to be
Right.
there.
Yep.
And T. Higgins, who's been slapped with a franchise tag, which will pay him about $21 million, but of course he wants that long-term contract. The juicy little gossip I read, I believe CBS, it's always CBS, I swear, that gives me these really good nuggets, is that the Minnesota Vikings were trying to trade up in the draft, on draft night. Not for a quarterback, though. Remember, we kept saying the Vikings aren't doing anything. They're just going to sit there and see if
Oh, neighbors. Right.
They were trying to get to number 5 with the Chargers, so talks were going back and forth. Justin Jefferson would have been part of the trade.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So he would have been Vikings would have moved up to 5 to take Malik Neighbors.
I
Wow.
saw that too.
So they're giving up the top player in the NFL.
Wow.
But they're shifting that contract out of town, which it obviously never came to fruition.
Right.
And bringing the rookie in on a rookie deal. Whoa.
Wow.
Yep.
That would have been crazy.
Whoa.
That would have been insane.
I was like, that's really a good one.
That's ballsy.
And I wonder where that hit. Like,
was
where
gonna
that
say.
stopped. Like,
Yeah.
who
Where did it
stopped it?
stop?
Who
Who
stopped
said,
it?
yeah, who said
Like,
no?
Harbaugh, no way could have stopped that. He
Yeah.
had to have been
I
licking
don't
his
know,
chops.
do you think?
I mean, you don't want Justin Jefferson?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Herbert.
There's where the contract comes into play.
Right.
though.
Yeah.
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 That's true.
But I agree. We're talking Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Right.
And we all said after that first 12 picks, well, I guess Minnesota really didn't want the quarterback. Well, one slid to them.
Right.
Yeah.
They wanted the receiver.
Yeah.
Little did we know.
That would have been wild.
A fantasy football shout out I'm going to give is Khalil Shakir, the 5th round pick in the 2022 draft to the Buffalo Bills. It's a sleeper. Just keep that name in mind. It's going to be my 16th pick
Okay.
in round 16. I love to just give little sleeper nuggets here and there. And if they don't pan out, you won't hear me say their name ever again.
Right.
If they pan out, I give myself a shout out. Okay?
Crystal North says hi.
Oh, tell her I said hello. Hello, Crystal. Oh, hello, Crystal. I forget we're live.
Out of camp so far, Jonathan Allen, the star defensive tackle for the Commanders, is ticked off at Jaden Daniels, the rookie. Just really pissed at him. Because Allen's always the first in the building, and Jaden Daniels is now the first in the building and the last to leave. So he's really not pissed off and being incredibly facetious, but
Right.
good
Yep.
to hear
Right.
about
Putting
the
in the work.
rookie QB.
Putting in the work.
Yep.
I expect big things from him, from Jaden Daniels
too.
this year.
Yep.
Me
I think
too.
he's going to have a great rookie year.
Reading the top games of the year throughout the season that are of interest. December 8th, the Falcons at the Vikings. Kirk Cousins going home. Must-see TV for you guys?
Must see TV.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
sure.
November 25th, the Ravens at the Chargers. Harbaugh Bowl.
Oh, that's fun.
It's more fun. I don't think
It's not. Yeah, it's not
Not
super.
going to be much of a game, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
not gonna
I
be much.
mean,
It'll
okay.
be fun.
Yeah.
See what plays they like write up.
Yeah.
Right.
Some interesting.
December 22nd. This is not much of a game. The 49ers at the Dolphins. So it's Kyle Shanahan facing his former pupil, Mike McDaniels. That's not must-see TV.
No, I
No,
don't think
I don't
that's
think so
must-see
either.
TV either.
This is CBS choice. Eagles, October 27th. Eagles at the Bengals. They are calling it a Super Bowl preview.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Huh? October 31st. On Halloween night, the Houston Texans and the New York Jets.
I was gonna say, if it's the Giants, that's a Halloween is
instead
right.
of
We're gonna be
making-
disguised as what? Football players?
Instead of making it scary, they decided to give us two contenders.
Okay. I was gonna
That's
say.
it. That's all I got for you.
All right. Okay.
No, it's not the Giants. They didn't put the Giants on here. I don't
I'm
know why.
shocked.
Shocking. Shocking.
They should have. It should be the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants in the battle
There
of
you
who
go.
gets
Who
first
gets
pick.
the first pick?
That's must see TV.
Who gets the first pick?
The first mock draft I saw for next year has the Giants taking Carson Beck, the quarterback from Georgia. So remember that as you watch college football. He's fun.
Giants,
Anyway.
don't do what you did last year. Just bomb it. Just bomb the whole season.
Yeah, and don't
bomb
take
the whole
Carson
season.
back.
Get
no.
the draft pick. Get the
I
draft
agree.
pick.
Oh God. Here we
All right,
go.
how about December 30th? Lions at the 49ers, rematch of the
Ooh,
NFC.
That's
gonna be a
must
great game.
watch.
That's
That's gonna be a great
must
game.
watch.
Yes.
We'll wrap it up with that. The last one, October 20th, will be the Chiefs at the 49ers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Must watch.
Super Bowl,
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
I'm sure the 49ers will win this time. Want to do a little whiteboard questions?
Sure.
We haven't done Whiteboard Wednesday in a while. Wrap up the show with a little bit of fun football stuff.
Yo, look at us being on time.
Right?
I know.
Right?
Crazy.
scary.
Everyone listening's
Crazy.
probably like, "What's happened?" And we were only 3 minutes late
Yeah.
to go
Right?
live.
What is wrong with us?
It's like we were getting this or something a year later.
That's weird. The Kansas City Chiefs will be going after major NFL history this year. They could be the only team in NFL history to three-peat. Do you think they're going to three-peat? And if not, who do you think's going to stop them? Not necessarily in the AFC,
Okay.
but in the Super
Like
Bowl. Yeah.
anyone. Okay.
CBS, I will tell you afterwards who CBS is giving their top three predictions for a chance to win the Super Bowl.
Okay. I'm going maybe a little out on the limb, but we'll see.
I don't know who to choose.
Do you want me to list? I'll list CBS's. The 49ers come in number 1, the Chiefs number 2, the Ravens number 3, followed by the Bengals and Bills.
Oh,
And
I
then
didn't,
finally
I don't
Detroit.
think.
I didn't pick any of those.
Yeah.
Awesome, I love that.
those
This
weren't
is
in my
CBS.
head.
Just so you know.
Those
What
weren't
do
in my
they
head
know?
at all.
What are they? I mean,
What
they're
does
just
CBS
professionals.
know?
They get paid for that. What do
That's
they know?
right. And it's funny that I just named a whole bunch of AFC teams.
Yes. you did.
49ers
Besides
won.
the 49ers.
All right, do you think the Chiefs are going to three-peat?
No.
I hope not.
Oh, I like that.
Mine is. I hope not.
I was going to say CB added in. I hope not.
I hope not, Mama Wheels, but I know that you hope they do.
Who is your early
man.
pick to win the next Super Bowl?
Ooh, I love that. I love that.
Oh, I love it.
I love that. I was gonna hate myself
I love it.
and choose.
I want to go
the Eagles.
Lions.
Yeah.
Eagles.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna hate
think-
myself.
Did you do that for your buddy?
No, Listen. Barkley did like a press conference, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I was just in the huddle and looking around and was amazed." I was like, "Yeah,
Right?
I get it."
He probably looked at Jalen Hurts and was like, "That's what a quarterback looks
right?
like."
And that's
Oh.
look at those
my
wide
God,
receivers.
That's a riot.
Oh.
So that's funny because Saquon Barkley's my next question.
Oh, wait, I don't have.
Who will have, let me word this properly, who will have the biggest impact this season with their new team? Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, or Saquon Barkley?
Wait, Wilson, Barkley. Who was the third?
Kirk Cousins.
Oh, okay.
biggest impact with their new team?
Oh, that's tough.
That is so tough.
It is. I was watching a little clip of at Steelers camp where Russell Wilson and Justin Fields looked like they were having the time of their lives, which I don't blame them. They're probably trying to figure out why they're still on the same team,
Right.
though. And Mike Tomlin is just beaming from ear to ear.
Oh my God, I don't know.
Okay,
I'm gonna go Wilson.
Okay.
Love it. Talk about going out on a limb. That
All
round.
right.
I'm going out on a limb.
I'm going to say Kirk Cousins.
Me too. That's
Yeah.
who I
Okay.
said. Because I feel because who he's replacing did nothing.
That's
So
true. That's
it's-
true. Yeah.
Like he can only go up. Like in my mind, anyway.
But good job, CB, because I think
But
Mike
so did
Tomlin
Wilson.
will tap into Wilson's
Yeah,
better half,
and I
unlike
like-
Sean
yeah.
Payton.
I agree.
And they made moves. They made moves.
Yes.
I think it's
this
funny that
offseason.
two Giant fans, neither one of you picked Barkley.
No.
Because I mean, yeah.
I
Look at that
can't.
team. Look at that team already, though.
Yeah.
Like that team is already a good
Yeah.
team.
All right, I'll make this one kind of easy. I got a lot of them here, you guys. Okay, MVP, preseason MVP pick. Mahomes, Josh Allen, CJ Stroud, or Jordan Love.
Ooh.
And it may not be any of the above.
It's
I
just
can't
'cause
believe I'm doing this.
It's just yep.
Love it. Mine
Everybody,
too.
I voted
Mine
for Ohio State Buckeye. I cannot
But
believe
you're
it.
very high on the Texans.
I am very high on
we
them.
all.
I'm
I
a
hope
huge-
we don't
yeah.
podcast jinx them.
No,
'cause
they
we're
are
all
so
high
fun.
on them.
So
yes,
fun.
I love CJ.
I might have to
So,
get a Nico
because-
Collins shirt or something.
Right? Because the MVP tends to go to a quarterback.
Yep.
Let's talk about the offensive player of the year.
Okay.
Again,
Okay.
may not be any of these, but I'm just going to throw you 3 quick names. Offensive player of the year: Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Christian McCaffrey. I'm going CD.
I'm going CMC again.
Yeah, I'm going CMC.
Okay.
I feel like
I was
he
in
gets the
between
most
him.
opportunity because he.
Okay.
But CeeDee Lamb, man.
I know,
he
CeeDee
went
Lamb
for
is sick.
He went
CeeDee
off.
Lamb is because I just don't know who else he's going to throw to.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
If you not if you drafting a defense in fantasy football,
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
which can get you some key points.
It can. But it can also kill ya.
Cleveland Browns,
I knew you were going to say that.
49ers, Jets or Ravens. Browns, 49ers, Jets or Ravens. If you had
Oh,
a
man.
chance
Browns
to put
49ers.
one of those top defenses on your team. I had the Browns last year, and they never let me down.
I know. I like the Browns too.
So I'll stick-
Honestly, I wouldn't. I would go outside those
Okay, go ahead then.
for
Do-
me.
go
But
ahead, do it.
this is so
'Cause
I'm
I
doing
wanted to
two.
put the Steelers in there.
I'm
too.
doing two, even though my Sharpie ear thing is dying. So for the list you gave me, I'm going with the Jets Jets.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't.
Outside the box, I'm going with Mad Max and the Raiders.
And the Raiders.
Oh, nice.
Good one outside the box.
Yeah,
I'm going with the
Great one
Ravens.
outside the box. You're going Ravens.
Yeah.
Love it.
I just think
I like the Browns, but
I know.
I can't choose the Jets.
I just think their defense is so good,
It is. I just can't.
and I think they're going to be on the field a lot less this year.
Well,
Hopefully,
you never know.
because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully. So they'll be,
Fresh.
fresh. So I just
All
think
right.
they're going to be even better.
A few more. I'm going to just give you rapid fire. You don't even have to write them down.
Okay.
Okay.
Good, because
Okay.
my pen is dead.
I'm going to name 2 players in your fantasy team, and you're going to just say which one you prefer.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Tank Dell, Nico Collins.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm going with my boy Nico because I had him
I'm gonna
last
go
year
Dell.
and he did not let me down.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
Dell.
So one of each there. Okay. Chris Olave, Cooper Cup.
Cup.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. As a backup quarterback, Jared Goff or Tua?
Goff.
Tua.
A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna go Hill. I'm gonna go Hill. Oh, I don't know though.
She wants to say Brown because she had him last
I
year.
did, and he
I
was
had him
gonna
so
go
good
before.
for me last year.
I'm going Hill. I'm going Hill.
Okay.
Oh, I'll go with Brown.
That was a tough one.
That was. I'm on the fence about that. Yeah.
Oh, and last, this one's just for fun. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
Oh wait, no.
Chase.
Chase. Yeah.
Oh, whoa!
Chase.
Well, Chase has Burrow. Who the hell does?
I know who's
Justin
throwing.
Very-
Who's throwing to Justin?
Yeah.
You guys are so good.
Who is
that?
throwing-
Is the right answer.
Guys,
Who's throwing
who
to
is
Justin?
throwing to Justin though?
Right. Is it Sam Darnold or is it J.J. McCarthy?
And my last question to wrap up another fabulous show with you fabulous people. The Cowboys, 4 years running of 12 wins the past 4 years. Over, under this year. I'm going to go under.
I don't think they'll go over.
Or
No.
you can
I
say
say
even.
even.
I'm even. Yeah.
Even?
Yeah,
I say
even.
under. And the New England Patriots, CBS is giving them a total of 4.5. Where do you get half?
Yeah. How do you win
It's
a half
betting.
a game?
It's betting.
That's exactly what it
Betting.
is, says the betting girl. 4.5 win total this year. Over, under. I'm giving them 6.
Who are they playing? Who's the other conference that they're playing?
I mean, they're in the conference with the Bills and
I
the
know.
Dolphins.
Jets,
Yeah.
and they're playing the NFC West.
Oh,
I'm still going to say 6.
I'm going.
I'm going to say 5.5.
I'm going under.
I'm going under as well.
Well, 2 unders.
Because I think they're going to place
They're playing good teams.
Drake,
I doubt he plays.
a.k.a. Daniel Jones Jr., so I think he's going to suck.
And with that,
That's my prediction right there.
that
So
wraps
eloquent.
up another fun episode of 4 Quarters. Thank you so much for tuning in. Get out and watch some high school spring sports as they get into that last week. before the
Update
second
on the
season. Yep, go.
Otter Valley Hartford game. Close game, but Hartford won 10-6.
Great game, though.
Great game.
Nice game.
And those are the
Yep.
kind of games you want as
Yep.
you enter the second season. Have a great weekend. Watch some college softball as
yes.
well. We will be back next Wednesday at same time, same bat channel. Have a great weekend.